Hey, what's going on, guys? ADHJD. And today, obviously, as you can tell from the title, we are going to be talking about a very special and very favorited person in the Demon Slayer community and the Demon Slayer anime in general, Inosuke Hashibira. The beast breathing, not Hashira, but beast breathing Demon Slayer in, Demon Slayer. We're going to be going over how strong, how fast, how smart, or lack thereof, his battle IQ, his experience, his, all of his special abilities, his stamina, durability, reaction speed, combat speed, offense, defense, and other things of that nature. Let's start off with strength. Now, strength, he is absolutely probably one of the physically strongest people in the series. It's not a demon. He's punched straight through the roof of a train. Granted, I think it took about 4 punches, but that's still metal. So he can punch straight through metal if given enough time. He also can throw his sword so fast and hard that he helped decapitate Doma, the upper 2 demon and the 3rd strongest demon in the world. I should also mention that Huntengu, he has a strong neck. So I would imagine that Akaza, Kushibu, Muzan, and Doma all have stronger necks than he does. He also could keep up and almost decapitate a freshly transformed DKT while fatally wounded. Now, I know I made a video previous where I said DKT wasn't that strong, and well, he isn't, at least as far as feats go, but Muzan stated that he was destined to be like the strongest demon or something like that. I don't know about that. I think he had the potential to be so because he was immune to the sun and he was immune to red blades, which is pretty OP in terms of the Demon Slayer verse. But what I want to point out here is that he managed to do this while fatally wounded, just coming out of a fight from both Doma and Muzan. So I have a feeling that that's a lot more impressive than people give him credit for, that he managed to fight off DKT while Giyu could not. Says something a little about Giyu, doesn't it? Speed, he's honestly pretty underrated in terms of speed. He caught up with Godspeed Zenitsu in the entertainment district. Not sure if y'all remember that, but yes, he did keep up with Zenitsu in Godspeed mode to decapitate Daki. He also took Kana's swords back from Doma before he even realized it, cut Muzan's arms off without Muzan seeing him at first, and his 8th form requires a lot of speed. So I think his best feat in terms of speed is honestly cutting Muzan's arms off without him seeing him at first. He didn't see him, and neither did Doma. So managing to retrieve or cut something off of a demon or taking something from a demon without them seeing it at Doma or Muzan's level is pretty damn impressive, and I will give him that. He's a very fast character and a very strong character at that, but it does even the playing field when you think about his IQ, or I should say lack thereof. This motherfucker didn't even know what a train was, let alone what anything else was. This guy thought that a train was a beast and he wanted to race it. Thank God Zenitsu was there, or else, that wouldn't have gone so well. They would have lost Inosuke. His battle IQ, in my personal opinion, is very tremendous. He has tremendous battle IQ and senses. A very instinctual fighter, but a very good instinctual fighter. He's not strategic by any means, but he knows his smarts in battle. His experience, he's not very experienced. He's only 15 years old. He's only, he's younger than me. He's 5 years younger than me. There's your age for you guys. I'm 20 years old. Yeah. He's only 15, but I would imagine that he has a lot of experience fighting, considering he had to do that while he was alive. He had to do that ever since he was a child to survive in the wild. So I would assume he's fought, boars. I would assume he's fought deers, bears, all that kind of stuff, all the wildlife. Now, hacks. He doesn't have any, tremendous, insanely strong abilities. He does have the ability to readjust his organs for a certain amount of time, or or else he would have been killed in the entertainment district if he wasn't able to readjust his heart. He also has superhuman senses of mainly smell and sight, I believe, and hearing. As far as I know, I'm not sure his taste and touch are enhanced. I just know that he has enhanced sight, enhanced hearing, and enhanced smell. He also has spiritual awareness technique, where he can see all across as big as a mountaintop. So it's very, very impressive. I will say the stamina is also pretty impressive. We're going to go over his stamina. His stamina is pretty damn impressive. He managed to fight Doma, Muzan, and shortly DKT in all one night. So the third, first, and in my opinion, not even barely stronger than Daki, I think. Going based off of feats, he had the potential to be the strongest. I've explained all in the DKT video of what I think of DKT. Okay, but anyway, just fighting the third and first strongest demons in the world is pretty impressive, considering that he had just Kano to help out in the first fight. And sure, the other Hashira did do prior damage or prior, stuff to Muzan before Inosuke, Zenitsu, and Kano got there, but it was just those three fighting him off. Then the Hashira came in to help out. So I think Inosuke is pretty outstanding. Durability is one of his best categories. I think besides durability, I think maybe his best is like strength or speed, or maybe reaction time. But his durability is easily probably his best showings. He managed to fight through being stabbed through the back by Gyotaro, with poison coursing through him, survived a train crash, took slashes from Doma's ice fan. After losing so much blood, he could still fight Muzan. Got sent flying into a rock wall by Muzan, and then after all that, he kept up and almost fought and almost decapitated a freshly transformed DKT. And again, as I stated in the DKT video, he couldn't, because it was his friend. He couldn't do it. He couldn't bring himself to kill him because his body wouldn't let him. His brain wouldn't let him. Now let's talk reaction time. Reaction time is honestly pretty impressive. Managed to, react to Daki at full power. That's not obviously impressive. What's impressive is that he managed to cut off dozens of Doma's lotuses. He also reacted to Doma trying to cut his head off with his fan blade. There was minor killer intent. I'm not going to go as far as to say Doma was going at full speed. I don't think he was going at full speed. But there was definitely intent to kill there. So I would keep that in the back of your mind. He also can react to Ice Clone Doma, attacking him at point blank range. This is where I would say that the Ice Clone was going full out, because it's an Ice Clone. It has no mind of its own. It literally is an AI robot-like thing that just attacks and tries to kill the target. I'm assuming the way the clone works is that Doma gives it an assignment, it understands it, and then it goes after whatever it needs to do. He also kept, again, the whole DKT fight is also a good reaction feat, because he did dodge attacks from DKT. Combat speed. Now this is honestly, it's okay. He's got okay combat speed. His 5th and 10th form require fast movement speed with a blade. He has 2 swords, so that's double the blade power. And he cut off Doma's lotuses, as I mentioned before. That requires immense speed with your blades. And again, the DKT fight. Now, offense. He has 9 offensive techniques and 4 defensive techniques. And also with defensive, he can also bend and flex his body around in almost any which way he wants. Now, what are some other things to consider if you are Inosuke? Or if you are anyway like Inosuke? You are extremely flexible, a really good hand-to-hand combatant. You are probably the only dual wielder in the series, I think. Besides maybe arguably Gyome, but other than that, you're pretty much the only dual wielder in the series. And Doma couldn't react to a slash from Inosuke when he had his joints dislocated. I think it was called Extendy Bendy Slash, I think that's what he called it, where he dislocates his shoulder so he gets greater range. But where would I rank Inosuke? Inosuke, I would say, would be a high tier, a low high tier Hashira to a high middle tier Hashira. So he'd be around Giyu or a Obanai's level. He'd probably be around there. But it's really up to interpretation where you find Inosuke. It depends on your list of where you find, of who you find would be the best Hashira, who's in the middle, who's not in the middle, who's number 9, who's number 3, number 5. It really all depends. Personally, I have Giyu at number 4. He's a high middle tier Hashira. But yeah, thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed my breakdown of Inosuke Hashibira of Demon Slayer, or Kitsu no Yaiba. And I hope y'all will, subscribe, because you won't miss a thing from me. You better subscribe, or I'm going to come to your house and I will shoot you. And for my FBI agent watching, that was a joke. Like, if you want to see more breakdowns of this nature, and comment who you want to see next. Comment a versus battle. Comment a analysis, like I just said. Comment a stand I can analyze. I've already made one about Magician's Red. Really, I can do pretty much anything of any anime that I have come across. I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and I will see you all in the next one. See you guys. Love you.